Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Void Dwarf Studios, a special episode, a fan request. Thank you very much to Overgrowth Madness, and I will do the best I can to talk about the Void Dragon, a rather interesting new development in the 41st millennium, because depending on what you believe, this is either going to be one of the most terrifying threats to the galaxy thus far, and I'm counting Chaos Gods amongst all that as most terrifying threats in the galaxy so far, or it will be, well, a pain in the arse, don't get me wrong, and a very powerful entity, but not necessarily galaxy changing. We'll see. We know very little about the Void Dragon in its present state, but I will reveal to you everything that I know and everything that I've dug up. So, the Void Dragon. The Void Dragon is a Catan, a star vampiric godlike being, essentially comprised of energy and gas. That's basically the description we have for these things. But they gained a level of sentience and were able to form physical bodies thanks to the Necrontyr, who they eventually managed to trick and change into the Necrons. The Void Dragon was famous in Eldar mythology as the Destroyer, the bringer of destruction, a herald of woe, a herald of death, and a herald of great calamities that will befall the Eldar race. There is talk of the Eldar having a massive battle with the Void Dragon, and it doesn't really say who won. The victor is left very much unclear. The only thing we can guess, based on this account by the Eldar, as they would have had the earliest encounters with the Void Dragon, is that after said great battle, the Void Dragon maybe left and quite possibly came to Earth, where he bumped into a, youthful, relatively speaking, and enthusiastic emperor, who at the time hadn't made himself known to mankind, but was, getting the hang of his powers. There is reason to believe that the Void Dragon came to Earth, had a punch-up with the Emperor where the Emperor won, but unable to destroy the Void Dragon, he imprisoned it on Mars. Now, this is where things get interesting, because there is a cult of the Mechanicus known as the Cult of the Dragon, who believe that the dragon that is locked up underneath Mars is in fact a Catan. If this is true, then this could have some rather serious ramifications, because Mechanicum worship technology. They view the Emperor as an avatar of the Omniscient, the god of knowledge and technology. And it's interesting that the inhabitants of Mars are by far the most technologically gifted of all of the remnants of humanity. And the fact that the Void Dragon is there, and the Void Dragon is not only linked with destruction, but also with machines. The Void Dragon was famous in the Eldar myth for creating men of iron. Now, I haven't gone on to this bit yet, but during the age of Old Night, there were stories about iron men on Earth. Could be related. We're not entirely sure yet. This is all very hazy, all very mythological, But what we do know is that the Cult Mechanicus are worshippers of the Omniscient, and the fact that the technology progressed so rapidly on Mars, and the possibility that a Catan like the Void Dragon was there, could have influenced this. These are beings of incredible power. They're able to warp reality, they're able to dissolve anything, they're able to dissolve matter on a cellular level, they are energy, they are power given a physical form. So it's no surprise that Mars developed the way it did. The question we have right now is whether or not, and to make it more likely that this Dragon of Mars could in fact be the Void Dragon, is when a Necron task force landed on Mars, somehow managing to slip through most of the system's securities and naval vessels defending the area, and landed rather close to where the Void Dragon was hidden, and attempted, as far as we can tell, to break in. Now, the Necrons wouldn't rescue the Void Dragon out of the goodness of their hearts. They would be wanting to enslave it, as all Catans underneath the Necrons' control are, shards for starters, and enslaved. They use various forms of technology to make sure the Catan never ever ever get true consciousness and try to, well, enslave the Necrons again. Because that would be bad, not only for the galaxy, but also for the Necrons themselves, as it's taken them this long to actually start to regain a little bit of who they once were. And I do mean a little bit. They're still mostly soulless killing machines, but more and more of them have developed a personality, or at the very least the beginnings of what a soul could be. So, whether or not the Void Dragon of Mars is the Void Dragon that we see now, is not entirely clear. If it's a shard of the Void Dragon, say the Eldar beat the Void Dragon to a pulp back in the age of the War in Heaven, and a piece of it escaped and fled to Earth, where the Emperor beat it up again and imprisoned it, then that's in a way good, because a fully realized Catan, I cannot state how astronomically dangerous this would be for both the Necrons and for everyone else if the Void Dragon was in one piece. A fully realized Catan can wreak destruction not seen since the War in Heaven. We're talking beings who can just snuff out planets with just a flick of their wrist, you know? This is really dangerous stuff. If it's a shard, then that's still really dangerous, because a shard is capable of basically wiping out all life on a planet, you know, without and we're talking some ridiculously heavy firepower to destroy a shard. Even a basic Catan shard is going to take a lot of punishment. Transcendent Catans are going to take more, and the ones that still retain a piece of their personality, the Deceiver, the Nightbringer, and now the Void Dragon, that's bad. That's still very bad for the Imperium in general. So, yeah, I'm gonna save a proper video about Catan in a separate one, because I think the Catan deserve a bit more of an explanation, but I just wanted to delve into the Void Dragon a bit, because it has a lot of interesting ramifications for the Imperium. If the Void Dragon gets out of Mars, well, I'm pretty sure the Mechanicum have some fairly serious questions they need to ask, because none of them really knew what was in the vault where the Void Dragon was supposedly kept, and the only reason they knew that the Emperor put it there is because they could see some of its memories. Through an interface that they have, they were able to communicate with it to a limited degree and see its memories, and one of them was the Emperor fighting it a long time ago. So yeah, the Mechanicum, realizing that a lot of their technology might have been based on the Necrons, and the idea that they've been worshipping a Xenos creature all this time, when they believed that the Omnissiah was a pure representation of the human mind in machine form, that could cause a bit of a schism for the Mechanicum. There might be a brand new civil war on Mars over this. And who's to say? We have only just started to get into 9th edition now. Perhaps Mars is going to have a bit of a tectonic shift. We can only wait and see. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope it explains the Void Dragon a little bit better. If you would like more videos like this, where I just delve into a quick topic, then please suggest down below, like and subscribe. We are so close to 30 subscribers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited. And maybe I should make a special video for 30 subscribers. I don't know, maybe a Q&A? What do you guys think? Put a comment down below and let me know. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone.